Hello, hello. Good morning, good morning. I'm going to be super busy this weekend, so I thought I'd do one more live, and I thought I'd do one a little later in the morning since I usually do them super early. So I'm just going to wait for some people to show up. If you are watching the replay, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. That really helps my channel. Make sure you give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment, even if it's like a heart emoji or something, that really helps me grow. So I didn't tell anybody about this morning. I'm just jumping on. So we'll see how many people. Joyce. Good morning, Joyce. We already got our first one. I know I didn't tell anybody about it. I'm just jumping on here. Good morning. Good morning. Make sure if you're here, you give me a like. Oh boy. Mary, you made it. Thank you. I'm so glad to catch you live. Me too. I know a lot of you guys were saying how I go too early in the morning, which I totally get. So I'm like, well, I'll do one a little later. It's 5:40 right now here. So I thought I'd do one a little later. Plus, I'm going to be busy this weekend, so I won't have time to do anything this weekend. So I thought, why not? And it's actually Friday. Yesterday I was like, Friday morning chat, and it was Thursday, so. Oh, good morning. It's like, oh, it's 12 in the afternoon there, Caroline. Okay. That's so awesome. Like, just the way the world works, how everybody's got different times, Science. Good morning, Carries. Good morning, Miss Berry Patch. She got done mopping the floors. That new mop, that vacuum mop thing I got is awesome. I've been using it every night to mop my floors, well, vacuum and mop my hardwood before bed, or I'll get up early in the morning and do it when my coffee's brewing. And I'm like, man, this thing is awesome. Like, so happy I got it. Good morning, Lori. Working from home today. Yay. You normally work when you do my lives? Yeah, and I usually do the lives super early for me. Like, I'm an early bird. I get up at like 3 a.m. kind of thing. Like, I've been up since 3, getting some computer work done. And then I was like, you know what? I'll just jump on a live real quick. But seriously, guys, I can only stay for like an hour. Like, quit making me do these 2-hour long lives where you keep me chatting. Good morning, Catherine. It's good to see you. It's on my wish list. Yes, it's so nice. Like, I don't know. It's probably not something we would buy if we couldn't, but it's nice to do a review on it and get it, Yes, Jennifer, you caught me. Good morning. Michelle, good morning. Chris, good morning. Oh boy. You say that every time. I know. Good morning, everybody. If you're in here, make sure you give it a thumbs up. I don't really have anything in particular to talk about. I just thought I'd get on here and, we can chit chat a little bit about anything that you guys want to talk about. Or, I'm going to be, Michelle, coffee time. Make sure you remind me to drink my coffee. I love your cooking videos. I found your channel 2 weeks ago and binged. Well, thank you, Caroline. That's awesome. I'm glad that you guys enjoy my coffee. Great coffee grind. Thank you. I had to grind some beans this morning, and I was like, oh, we were talking yesterday about shorts and how doing shorts in your channel really help get subscribers and promote it and stuff. So that's something that I'm going to try and do, is do some more shorts, but it's not going to be in replace of my videos. I'm also going to be doing my longer videos. I'm just also going to be including shorts in there, just to try and get my channel promoted a little bit. And I had received some questions about how I grind my coffee beans that I get whole from the food bank or from Costco or whatever. So I was like, you know what? I'll just do that real quick. Good morning, John. How are you? Let's see, favorite early homeschool resources. Well, I'm still having a lot of people reach out to me and give me resources, which is awesome. Like, another thing I love about starting my channel is that I am getting help from people. They're reaching out to me and saying, hey, I homeschooled. Do you need some help? Or, hey, I'm a former teacher. Have you saw this? And they're giving me lots of resources. So I'm still kind of gathering up my resources that I want for my homeschooling. But one thing that we that we do now is we do Khan Academy Kids, and it's an online program that we have installed in their tablets, and it just teaches them that. It teaches them word recognition. It teaches them, it's kind of fun about it. So, and like Conrad learned about excavators, and we were driving, and he saw an excavator, and he started telling me all about it, and he's like, it's 4 syllables and this and that. I'm like, wow, Conrad, where'd you learn that? He's like, Khan Academy. I'm like, that's awesome. So that's one thing that we do. And then we're working on like sight words, just simple stuff like that. Nothing too intense right now, you know. Oh, good morning, Jody. Making Christmas cookies today. My mother's 2 new recipes. Good job. Yeah, send me pictures. What cookies are you making? I did like a cranberry cold salad with the kids the other day, just trying to get them in the kitchen more, you know. I still have to do my cookies though. I definitely want to do molasses cookies, and we got to do like chocolate chip, you know. Let's see, just watched a video where you scored the lamb chops. We buy a lamb from a local farmer friend, and we're so fortunate to enjoy lamb all year long. Not many like or think they like lamb. Delicious. It is delicious. Like I really like lamb too. Like to me, it's kind of got like almost like a sweet flavor. You know, it's not gamey at all to me, and I like my meat like medium rare. So lamb's perfect for me. And that is nice that you get that all year long. Like something eventually we want to get maybe sheep and do that for ourselves, but you know, time, money, resources. But that's great. Yeah, I only got those 2 lamb chops, so I need to find a way to stretch that into one meal to feed a lot because it's only 2 little chops. But, you know, I'm sure I can do that. I'll think of something. See, Catherine, it amazes me how you come up with ideas with what you have on hand and not waste much of anything. Thank you. And a lot of my ideas are just from me, like either being in the industry or watching cooking shows or getting on Pinterest. Like I just look at that stuff in my free time and kind of slip it in my brain somewhere, you know. Do a lamb stew. Okay, that's a good idea. So just put the raw lamb like maybe in the broth or something and boil it from there. That would be good. And then the bone would get in there too and kind of season the broth. Ooh, I like what you're thinking. I like it. Good morning from Kansas. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Do you sew at all? I do sew a little bit. This is actually kind of my sewing room. I inherited my sewing machine from my husband's grandma, and I did like car seat ponchos, and I did a few like baby blankets and burp cloths and stuff like that, but I haven't gotten any further than that. So I eventually would like to go into making my own clothes and stuff, like especially like kids underwear. I've seen people who like make their own underwears and bras and stuff, and they just look so comfy, and you can literally make it to form yourself, you know, so you don't have to, because sometimes you have that, I don't know, that weird age where none of the sizes fits, you know. Oh, Michelle, thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. I suggest making the kids something else while you and hubby enjoy the chops. Okay, well, the kids have had lamb before, and they've eaten it before, so I think they would like it. And I think it depends on how I cook it. You know, they're more like they won't try something if it's like spicy or something, or green. Kids, right? Good morning from Arkansas. Good morning. Not much, but save for a cup of coffee. Absolutely. Coffee's expensive nowadays, you know what I'm saying? And I appreciate everything, Michelle. I really do. Thank you. No. Yeah, make sure you like this video if you're in here. Yeah, I know that feeling. You love to see all the sewing or craft projects you try. Okay, like I haven't done sewing since I moved to Montana. Like I've just been, since I got here, I've kind of just been in the kitchen more because I never really had time to be in the kitchen in Missouri when I lived there. And being here, I was able to get in there and I like rediscovered my love for cooking, or that's where I discovered my love for canning and preserving, you know, because I got time to be in the kitchen. But I do want to get back into the sewing too. Like it's a good skill to have, you know. And I have a good sewing machine. So another feeling, would love to see some cracker. Would love to watch kids cook with you. Yeah, I have one video where they're in there. I just got to edit it. I'll probably post it this weekend where they're in there, and it's a non-cooking Christmas dessert that's kid-friendly to get them in there and help them. You know, I'm really passionate, I guess, about getting your kids in the kitchen and getting them cooking, and I'm very happy that I do that, even though it's stressful and makes my eye twitch. You know, I think it's really important, and I try and push through my own, I want to be in the kitchen with my kids, and just spend the time to do it with them. It's not going to take very long. It's going to make a world of difference for them. And I like to say, like, I feel like I'm training my future coworkers, so I want them to be able to come in there and help me in the kitchen, that I don't have to babysit them, when they get older, that they'll just be like, hey, I can tell them, get in here, peel these carrots and grate them, and they can do it, and I won't have to show them how to do that because they had to do that. So even if you teach your kids how to do prep work, they be little sous chefs doing all the grunt work you don't want to do. So that's how way I'm kind of seeing it. Liz, hi, welcome to see you. Nope, this is not Ove. I know I do a lot of lives, so it's hard to tell if I really am live or not. But I like it. I like doing lives with you guys. I like talking. Obviously, I like talking, Do you crochet? I do not crochet, Michelle, but that my mom does, and that is something that I think I would like and that I would do. So I would be interested in learning how to crochet. Good morning, Michelle. Watching while you get ready for work. Okay, thank you for being here. I love bacon jam. When you get a box of bacon, I was a little jealous. I don't blame you for being jealous. It was nice. I do need to make some bacon jam. I haven't made that yet. I just couldn't believe they had a whole case of bacon. I'm like, is that a case of bacon? Like, I almost felt like taking it. Like, no, or it almost felt like I was taking it, when I'm like, shouldn't be. But they're like, no, you got to take the whole case because we can't portion it. Oh, okay. And it's just, wow. Like, I'm just so blown away by my food bank and all that they offer the community and what they're willing to give and what the stores donate, or like the bacon is from a bacon factory we have in town. And that was like the end pieces of pepper bacon that I guess they don't sell, or they had too much of it, so they just donated it. And there was like 30 cases of that pepper bacon with the ends like that. So that was a lot, Yay, y'all early birds like me. Yeah, it's a good group we got going in the morning when I get in here in the morning, Everybody's saying good morning to each other. Oh, Kathy, thank you, coffee. Mm-hmm. Your pet dogs. We got pet chickens, Destiny. Like, we had to take them on a walk yesterday to go pet our neighbor's horses. I'm like, we're not bringing the chickens. We brought the chickens. And I'm like, well, you're holding them. I'm not holding them. I ended up holding them. It's like, dang it. Gosh darn kids and their pet chickens. Yes, I am very lucky to have a food bank with such variety. And like, they specifically grow food in the summer just to donate to the food bank so the community can have fresh produce. And I'm just, wow. Like, in the summer, I'm hoping to grow my own this year. But anything I can get that's locally grown and I can preserve it, I'm going to do it, And I saved a lot of seeds from the produce that I got, that like the farmer's market would donate any produce that they have left over. So I would try and save the seeds so that way I can grow my own next year. Good morning, Amanda. I know, chickens are the best. And we hatched them ourselves from our chicks. So they're super spoiled, like crazy spoiled. I hate it. Like, they're in my kitchen and stuff. They know how to get through the cat door. Like, these darn chickens. It's like, Betty Jan, there's a chicken in the kitchen again. Ah, how'd they get in there? I'm like, you tell me, they're your chickens. Have I ever eaten kangaroo? I have not eaten kangaroo. Probably the weirdest thing I've eaten is octopus. I remember trying a fried cricket one time in one of my overseas adventures. I don't know how my dad got me to try a fried cricket, but I tried it and it was crunchy, and that's all I remember. And then he got us to try octopus. Like, my brother would not try any of this stuff. He's like, nope. And I was always the one, I'll try it, which is funny because now I'm the cook of the family and I'm the adventurous one when it comes to food. And it's funny how sometimes you're just kind of always like that. You're just programmed the way that you are, like being a morning person. I'm just programmed to be a morning person. Ever since I was little, I got up early and I would put myself to bed if I was tired. Good morning, 2 feet acres. We're at the point where we're doing it 2 hours and always call first to see what they really need. That's great, Carrie, to do that, to see what they need and then go and give them that, because you never know what's going more than other. Like, peanut butter always goes a lot, tuna, stuff like that. Chickens are on the roof right now. See, they're darn chickens. Morning, finally caught alive. Yay, we're caught alive. Love your tips and tricks. Really has helped inspire me to reduce food waste in this crazy house. That's awesome. I'm glad that you're learning not to waste so much food. It's it takes time to learn that, and you don't really know what else you could do with food. So it does take a minute to learn that. And whenever you do start doing it, you're like, man, I just use those bones when I normally would throw them away. And it feels good knowing that you got yourself a little more food. You stretched your budget a little more just because you're resourceful and you know how to do it, And that's what I want to do, is show people how to stretch food more. And I want to learn from other people how to stretch food more. So that's why I love that you guys comment. Like, for example, when I did the blender with the onions and the peppers, and it had that juice that was in there that I poured down the drain to just get the onions, and you guys are like, oh, save that for your broths. That's a lot of flavor in there. And I'm like, oh, you're totally right. I didn't even think of that. And so now, anytime I do that, I'm going to make sure to save that water and save it for my future broths. And I thought that was a great idea. And that's what I'm talking about. Like, just everybody sharing each other tips to make yourself more resourceful and to stretch food longer, because food waste is a huge problem and no one's got money for that anymore. And I think it's important to go back to the old times where you utilized every single thing as much as you could, like saving the banana peels for my garden, And I know that not everybody has a garden where they can do that for, but that's just an idea where if you do have it, this is something you can do to save money and to help in other ways, Okay, we're on a rampage there. Well, not a rampage, a rant. Good morning, Team Rap. I never had a bedtime growing up. Now my sister, she's horrible at getting up. Yeah. You once ate a fisheye. How was that? That fisheye. My mommy helped oversee her last night, and I told her all about how the food bank sometimes threw things away because of lots of cold space. Yeah, lots of cold space. Yeah, they just throw stuff away because they don't have it, or people don't get it, or they think that they don't need to be going because they don't qualify for whatever reasons, Teresa, good morning from upstate New York. I truly enjoy your videos. Thank you. Did you guys like the Winter Wonderland one? I know that one's not quite as popular. Like, it's not like my food bank haul is where I get a lot of new subscribers in from it. But that video is more for my current subscribers who just enjoy me and my family. And, I'm trying to put a little more out there of what we do and like more of Montana and how great it is. So that was kind of like just a sample, I guess, of more stuff to come, hopefully, of where we live, because Montana really isn't beautiful. And I know a lot of you guys don't get snow. So I'm like, they would really enjoy this. So I'm glad I brought my camera and I did that. And I'm glad that, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully it wasn't too much snow, like too long of this driving with the snow, but I don't know. I could stare at the snow and stuff all day, so I thought it was fine. Amazing me how many stores throw out so much food in the trash. Yeah, they really do. Grocery stores and everything. It wasn't very nice. Yeah, I don't think I could try a fish eyeball either. I watched some dumpster dives and food waste is horrible. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing a dumpster dive here. I don't know. I'll have to look. I've heard Dollar General or Dollar Tree is a good place to go. I don't know. It's not worth getting arrested over, so we'll see. It would be fun to check it out. I love the examples of things you learn from viewers. Thanks, Liz. Like, I do learn a lot. And like, Liz is one, she's reached out to help me with my homeschooling. So she's the one that I talk to because she homeschools and like she helps teach parents how to homeschool. And I'm like, yes, call me, tell me, because we want to do the homeschooling, but there's, and we are doing it, but there's still that underlying nagging that I'm not good enough to teach my kids, and that's something that I'm trying to overcome and be like, you can teach your kids, and there's resources out there to help you learn how to teach your kids, so don't be afraid to go out there and learn stuff. Like, you use YouTube to find that, and make connections with people, like, so. And Liz is one of those ones. So Liz, I really appreciate you and helping me helping me come up with a plan to homeschool the kids, because I do want to do it right. And it is intimidating, and you think, oh my gosh, my kid's education is on my shoulders, and that's a lot. But so having other people help you and encourage you, and it means a lot. And it is important to surround yourself with those kind of people. And that's why I am very fortunate for my channel, because I found you guys, and I can help you with the cooking stuff, and you can help me with other stuff, or even more with cooking stuff. There's so much to learn, and you never know what you can learn from somebody. Good morning from Myrtle Beach. Good morning, Lavana. Ooh, Lavana Lavender. That's a nice name. We never have date nights. Did you ask me what I do for date nights? Yeah, we don't really do date nights either. yeah, I mean, if we do, like, husband and I want to go hunting together, we want to go fishing together, like, we like kind of that stuff. Oh, hold on, I got a kid. Hey, buddy. Okay, I'm back. He's got my hot blood. He's like, it's so hot. Anywhere he goes, he's hot right now. And I'm like, take your clothes off. I don't know what to tell you. That's what I do when I get hot. Yeah, for date nights with the husband, like we'll do that. I really enjoy going out to eat, but I don't do that much because it's so expensive. And half the time I feel like I can cook better than what I'm paying for to get at a restaurant. I'm like, man, I can cook this better than that. So I'm kind of picky about where we go out to eat, and we usually do around our birthdays because his is in February, mine's in March. So we'll kind of do like a merge birthday for the two of us. And there's an Irish restaurant here called The Stone that is so good. And on Sundays they do brunch, and they have like Bloody Marys and what are they called, meals or something? Yeah, meals like that. And I haven't tried a Bloody Mary yet, but I really want to. So that's someplace. Oh, I had corned beef hash eggs Benedict. Oh, guys, it was so good. So we'll go there, and every once in a while for like our birthdays and stuff, we'll go there, or we just yeah. But like I said, it's getting super expensive, so we don't really go out that much anymore. If we ever order anything out, it's pizza from Pizza Hut, and husband picks it on the way home because I'm not going to get dinner done in time or whatever. But even that's rare now because it's so expensive. You love the snow video. Okay, good. The Winter Wonderland was a very great example of being resourceful. Yeah, because I think Christmas trees are like $75, 50, $75, you know? And so we saw like 4 other families out there. So everybody was out there doing it. Make sure you thumbs up this video if you're here. It's not raining today in Kentucky. It rained all week last week. Yeah, I mean, I like the rain, but not when it's excessive and like everything's wet. Is it cold there, Mama Beard? Yeah, it's cold. I haven't been outside yet, but we still got all of our snow on the ground. We're supposed to get more snow today, so seriously, I've been saying for like 3 days I'm gonna go to the food bank this week because I need to do another video, and we are completely out of milk already. So I want to go today for sure, especially since I'm going to be busy all this weekend, and husband's going to be home with the kids, and I cannot have this house without milk. So I do want to go do that. There's a couple more videos I'm wanting to get edited and put up. I did my short already this morning because I had to grind beans for my coffee. So I did that. It's just never ending, guys. A list. And I have so many ideas of like content and the things I want to show you guys that I have more ideas than I do time. But we'll get to them slowly get to them, you know. Carolina, gotta go get the kids up for school. You can do great, Mama. Love you. Thank you, Kathy. Have a good day. Hunting is our date night too, according to the hubby. Yeah, they get to spend quality time. And plus, you gotta be quiet, right? So the husbands enjoy it. Sorry, wife can't talk. We gotta be quiet. No, but it is fun, especially like if we go like an hour somewhere, drive an hour to go to a certain lake or a certain hunting spot. You know, we have that hour alone in the car to talk, and you know, and that's a lot. Just having that time to just talk about, like, my husband's my best friend, so it's nice to be able to have conversations with him. And you know, sometimes it's hard to do that with all the kids, and sometimes we'll just go in our room and close the door and we'll just lay in bed and just talk about whatever it is we need to talk about. Or he tucks me into bed every night because I go to bed before him. So he'll come tuck me in and he'll lay down with me, and maybe we'll spend like 5 or 10 minutes talking because as soon as he gets home, it's craziness, you know, or I'm super tired or whatever. So that's always nice to have that time with your partner, you know. I'm curious what curriculum you use for the kids. My daughter-in-law and son are looking for affordable curriculum. I have such a hard time with that word, curriculum. What I got for free is called Khan Academy. It's KHAN. And that's online, and they have it where they have a new year where you can buy it and it has a new curriculum for the new year, or you can get last year's curriculum for free. So that's what we did, is we got the last year one. We downloaded it on their tablets, so they each have their own tablets. We got them used, repurposed online. One has a huge crack. One has an area here that's dark. but they work, and we got them for relatively cheap, especially since needing 3 of them. So we got each of them tablets, and then they have their game on there, or their curriculum, their classes on there. And we'll do like 45 minutes of school on the tablet, and then we'll take a break, and they can have some playtime, some free time, whatever. They can play on their tablet some games if they want to do that. And then we'll switch and we'll do some writing and some sight words. And then at nighttime is when we do kind of like our reading before bed. We'll read a little bit, a story, then a little bit, and get them to bed. So that's kind of what we're doing right now. I'm working more on getting them to read is really where I'm focused on right now. And I have some people helping me with that. So I don't really have too much advice on that yet because I'm still kind of learning myself. Let's see, I'm homeschooling my middle kid. He has special needs, and being homeschooled made him flourish. Good. A smaller task and more attention is better. Yes. And, sometimes when kids get put in the public schools, they're just pushed through, they're just blended in. And I don't know how they expect one teacher to handle like 30 plus kids and make sure that each kid's getting the attention they need. That's just too overwhelming for a teacher. Like, our teachers have it hard right now. They don't get paid and they get overworked. And lots of times they have to invest their own money back into their classroom if they want anything to get accomplished, or if they want their kids to have stuff, and it's sad. It really is. So homeschooling, I feel like, not only helps the kids, but helps the teachers because it has less kids in the school, Can you have a great day? Okay, bye, Chris. Thank you for stopping by. Your channel is growing fast. You're talking to Chris or me, Michelle? Like, hers is going pretty fast too. How did your mystery coffee beans turn out? They're good. I'm pretty sure they're regular. I don't know how to tell if they're decaf. I guess if I don't get any more energy. But yeah, that tasted fine, so that's good. It's always nice to get mystery beans. You never know. Just got your son on the bus. Good job, Jessica. The Winter Wonderland video reminded me of Christmas times as kids living in St. Louis, going to pick out a tree from Grandpa's property in Warrenton. My mom lives in Warrenton. That's so funny. Yeah, like there's lots of snow. There can be snow in Missouri. It's more of, I always like to describe Missouri as mostly ice with a sprinkle of snow, But that's great. Like, I feel like this is going to be a good job, or this is going to be good for our kids, like remembering this, even though it's a lot of hassle to get all the kids dressed. Husband didn't even put the snow suits on them or their gloves. Like, husband, he was in charge of that because I was working and we were meeting up and then going to go do this. So, and I'm like, why didn't you, I don't know, man. Do you have a good recipe for beer cheese for dipping pretzels? I have never made beer cheese before, but that would be something that I would do. I mean, beer cheese with pretzels. We served that at Applebee's, so that was really good. But our beer cheese already came in a bag. You just had to portion it, For homeschooling, you would be surprised how much free stuff you can print off Pinterest. That's very true. Pinterest is a great resource. I found a program where you can enter what you want them to write, and it shows them how to, like, it traces it so that you can trace it, and then it has the 3 lines as well that you can practice with tracing. And I did that for their names to teach them how to learn and spell their names and write their names. As I printed out the name, and then they would trace it, and then we would spell it, and then we're like, what does this say? Conrad. And how do we spell it? And then we'd do that. And I do like 3 words a day. I would do like the day of the week, the month, and then their name. Or I would switch it up and do like a color or something like that. If we have like a certain color where we're learning the color of the day or something, I do want to get more into it and have a little more festive like that. Because there is times where if you get off your schedule, it's hard to get back on. So I really just need to focus in on my schedule and really tone in on these kids and get them to read. Because Betty Jan's 6 and the boys are 5. So there's still time, it's not big pressure, but it's the point now where they're ready. It'll help with their articulating the words and stuff like that. So that's what we're mainly focusing on. Martin's 30 minutes from your farm. Look at that. Everybody's small world, isn't it? Let's see. I'm glad I caught a live. Had a great start to my day. Oh, thank you, Jennifer. You have a good day as well. My 2 youngest kids went out the door for school, 5th and 8th grade. I wish I was brave enough to homeschool them. I mean, you totally could. It does seem intimidating. Like I said, it's a lot of pressure having your kids' education on your shoulders, and but ultimately I feel like as if you're a good parent, like there's crap parents out there, but if you're a good parent and a good mom and you truly want what's best for your kids, you'll figure it out, and don't be afraid to get out there and get resources like I am. Like if people offer me help, I'm like, yes, help me, like don't be too prideful to accept help. And, there's tons of resources out there. So if it's something that you're truly considering, it's an option. It really is. And I think a lot more people are going to be going to homeschooling. Who's messaging me so early? Oh, it's Jay. See, I love you guys. I got a friend that I made from YouTube messaging me on Facebook, showing me all of her cookie adventures, and I just love that. I love that the connections that I've made. That's probably the best part so far about my channel, Get raw coffee beans and roast them yourself. Oh, I've never tried that before. Where do you get raw coffee beans? Probably just online. I bet that would be good. My grandson needs more than one help, plus they just moved to the middle of nowhere, New Mexico. Yeah, and having that one-on-one time really makes a difference. I know one of mine needs more. You can kind of just explain it to them, and then one of them just goes off and does it. The other one, you got to stop and really help them, which is the great opportunity of homeschooling, is that I have that chance to do that and give him the extra that he needs, Oh, you're going to sleep, Bella. Thank you for stopping by. I see my friend homeschooled all 6 of her children from K through 12. They are well-rounded, great kids, and they really are. I don't understand people who think that homeschooling's bad. And I think the biggest stigma about it is that your kids are going to grow up to be antisocial, which just isn't true. Like there's tons of programs for homeschooling kids, and I know kids in public school that grow up and they're antisocial, so sometimes that's just kids or that's just people. It's not the way that you educated them, Good morning, everybody who's here. If you're new here, thumb this video. I'm a random New Yorker who just completely enjoys your content. Wanted to say hey, and I just love watching your cooking and love your inclusive nature. Thank you so much, Sarah. I like that. A random New Yorker. We don't cook a lot in the city. We get takeaway mostly, but I live vicariously. Well, good. I'm glad I can do that for you. Takeout sounds great too. I love takeout, like Chinese food. Oh, I haven't had Chinese in forever. I should make some. But it just always, I don't know. I don't like Chinese food. It always makes me sluggish, it makes me feel bad. Like I think it has lots of carbs and sugar because it'll make my cheeks really red and just make me tired. And as much as I love the flavor, I just hate the feeling of it afterwards. So I bet if I make my own though, it won't be as bad for you, and that's a good thing about making stuff yourself, is that you can take something you love and make it healthier or make a better version for it, Beans can be found online. Okay. Dinah, good morning. Nice way to wake up, seeing your smiley face. Thank you. Did you get some rest? My Aunt Dinah's in here. She got a little hungover. Party it up, which is great. It's good to party with friends every once in a while. We had our Friendsgiving, and she had so many people there. Gosh, there had to be like 40 people there, and my husband does not do well around people. So as soon as I saw that, I was like, husband, just to warn you, there's a lot of people here. He's like, I'm like, I know. Like he's just not the social butterfly, that's me. But even when there's that many people there, I'm like, holy cow, I just kind of hid out in the kitchen and helped where I could. I forgot why I was talking about that. Oh, drinking and partying with friends. And so that was fun that I got to do that. And, I don't get wasted, but it's nice to have a hard cider. We like hard cider and stuff. So, what do you like to cook for hubby? He eats anything I cook, really. Yeah, he's not very picky at all. He doesn't like seafood is probably the biggest thing about him. His dad would cook catfish growing up, and he just didn't like it or something. I don't know, but he does not like any seafood whatsoever. Like no shrimp, salmon. Like we caught a trout. He was like, I might try it, but I fried it, so he ate it that way. But even then, like catching fish, he's like, I don't know. So I'm trying to work that out of him, but honestly, he doesn't eat seafood very much. Like not even tuna, like a tuna salad. He's like, nope. I'm like, You're missing out, man. I love tuna. Let's see. Chinese stir fry is the easiest, and no sugar needed. Soy sauce, vegetables, and choice of meat rice. Okay, that sounds good. I want to try making orange chicken too, or the General Tao's chicken. Is that how it's called? Tao's chicken. That would be really good too. That's the stuff that I like. But this sauce is so sugar. It's like high fructose corn syrup and some peppers, and that's it. So that's definitely something that would be fun to make by yourself. You like fajitas? Fajitas are good. I've done steak fajitas before to stretch like a ribeye. Oh, those were so good. How do you accommodate if any of your kids are picky eaters? I don't usually make something separate for the kids unless I'm making something like spicy. Then I want it. This is what I'm making. I'll make you guys a chicken quesadilla or something like that. Like we eat a lot of chicken quesadillas here. We'll do peanut butter rolls if they don't want it. Like I usually make them. One person on here mentioned a 3-bite rule where you have to eat at least 3 bites, and then if you don't like it, you don't like it. You know, I usually just do 1 bite to get them to like it, and usually if like their siblings are eating, that will help, you know. But then there's always husband who's like, I don't like broccoli, and then of course they'll, I don't like broccoli either. You're just like, thanks, husband. You know, like, could you have just set that in your head, you know? So I just try and get them to try it, and then, you know, sometimes we're just like, no, this is really good. If it's something that is really good and there's no reason why they shouldn't like it, you know, it's like cheese, broccoli, chicken casserole or something, be like, no, you need to eat your dinner. They're like, I know you like everything in there, and they're just being stubborn. Then they don't eat. They go to bed hungry, and that seems harsh, I know, but we don't have the resources anymore to be making kids all different types of stuff when you're making something else. You know, this is what I'm making, you know, and half the time I don't know what they're making. I'm making. They're like, what are you making, Mom? I'm like, food. Get out of here. I'll let you know when it's ready. You know. So I don't know. I'm very fortunate not to have picky eaters, and I think that's because I started them so young with eating a variety of stuff. So I don't really have too much advice of that. Just try and maybe get them to try it, you know. I would love more quick lunch ideas for hubby. I'm always struggling. Okay, yeah, I do that too. I try and put my my lunches on there of what I send to lunch with husband. And I know a lot of people say that their husband doesn't have like a microwave or something to heat stuff up. So that stinks. Like, I'm sorry. We're very fortunate to have a fridge at my husband's job, plus a microwave and stuff like that. But I am still recording all the lunches I make for husband, and I will post that whenever I have a good collection, you know. Ooh, I got 2 bags of tiny baby shrimp in my food pickup this week. Awesome. Like that shrimp. I mean, I could just make like shrimp fried rice or something like that where it's just kind of I do. Speaking of shrimp, I have a bag of shrimp that's been in my freezer forever, and it was frost burnt. So I pulled it out, and I am going to be cooking that. So this will be the first time on my channel. It's almost been a year on my channel now that you'll see me make shrimp. When I cooked shrimp at all my restaurants, pretty much, like at Applebee's, it has shrimp and stuff like that. So I know how to cook shrimp. I enjoy shrimp. Ooh, you know what would be good? Probably for the kids. Maybe make like a coconut shrimp, so I can like batter it, roll it in coconut, probably raw coconut, because it'll toast when you cook it, and then maybe put that in the air fryer. Because I'm not much for like frying stuff. Like I don't like having a big pot of grease. I mean, fried food is so good, but I just like, what do I do with all this grease now? And it just feels like a waste of oil, pretty much, to have all that oil in there just to fry a little bit, and then you got burnt oil, you know. So I don't fry too much, but I do have a air fryer now, so maybe I will try it in there. That sounds good. I love coconut shrimp. Yes, all this food's making me hungry. Me too. I haven't made breakfast yet. I got some of the biscuits out from the freezer, and I think I'm going to make just a simple gravy, because I know a lot of people don't know how to make gravies. So I'll either do like a short on a simple gravy, or make a full video on it, or both. I mean, you guys don't mind if I do both, right? If I do a short, and then if I do a longer extended version, you know. I don't want you guys to get bored with my content, but I'm also trying to make it easy for other people to find my channel, you know. And shorts seem to be the thing right now, because they're competing with TikTok. And we were talking about that yesterday on my live with the other channels here. So I did a short this morning, and I'm probably going to do another one of gravy. Is that too many? Whatever. I'm not going to be available this weekend. So I know one person was like, I post too much on, like, you don't have to post every day. Sometimes less is more. And I'm like, well, I'm trying to grow my channel, so I'm going to post every day. You know, you don't have to watch it every day if you don't want to, but you know, this is what I'm doing to try and grow my business, because YouTube is becoming my business. You know, it'd be great if eventually I don't have to do housekeeping anymore. Ow. And I can strictly do YouTube, you know, that would be great. I see other YouTubers do it, and that's really what started my YouTube, is I see like other homesteading channels, and that's really what we were going for, is to be a homesteading channel. But I'm not really homesteading that much right now. Like, I'm working towards getting my homestead. I don't really have one going currently, except for like the chickens and the garden when I have it. Other than that, we don't really do much homeschooling or homesteading stuff. So right now I'm just cooking food I get from the food bank. So that's mostly what my channel is about. But eventually we'll grow it and do a little more variety of stuff. Yes. Okay. Got off on a tangent there. I like back for the big. Oh, that sounds good. Good morning, Mama Bear. Good morning, Camera. How are you? Wife life, making husband's lunches every day. Yeah, and I gotta make his coffee and make his lunch and then make his breakfast, you know, but I don't mind. I'm the homemaker kind, so I don't mind doing that for him. And he does a lot for me, so he's not a food person. So me just doing something like that that's not really a big deal to me but means a lot to him, you know, I feel like that's what marriage is about too. Just doing stuff for each other, because he does a lot of stuff for me. I'm like, husband, I need help with this, or I need help with that, or can you get this, or I forgot to do this, or can you show me again how to do this, you know? And so that's what it's about. Like, I'm very fortunate for my husband. Yes, coconut shrimp. All right, everybody's okay, that's decided. I'm gonna do coconut shrimp. I'll probably do a full video on that. Let's see, do both. Yeah, it's a big, oh, both on the shorts for the gravy. Okay, Carrie, I'll do that. Good morning, second live of the day. Hello. Good morning. I don't like to fry, I hear you. Yeah, like, I love eating fried food, but I just, shrimp and cheesy grits with bacon crumbles. Oh, that's good. I don't cook grits too much either, but that's such a southern meal. That sounds good. Do both? Yes, both. Okay. So I'll do both the short on the gravy and then a long on the gravy as well. And it's still just going to be just about gravy, because I know a lot of people struggle. So I'm going to do like a white gravy and then like a turkey gravy. So that's kind of my plan, my thought on it. You know, I think about my content a lot. I'm like, ooh, what can I do for this? And what can I do for that? And it's a lot of fun. Like, I have a lot of fun here, guys. I make breakfast food ahead of time and just heat it up. That's a great idea, Judy. I really need to do that too, because there's lots of times in the morning where I'm like, husband, you're just getting cereal because I just don't feel like cooking. Or I'm stuck on a 2-hour live with you guys and all my time slips up. And I'm like, whoops, gotta go get husband up. You never heard of coconut shrimp? Oh, it's just like shrimp breaded, and instead of doing it's wet and like I don't know if it's an egg mixture, I'll have to look it up, an egg mixture or water or something, but you get it wet and then you bread it in like coconut and then you fry it, so it's coconut shrimp. Oh, it's so good. Like, you can get it on some Chinese restaurants and stuff, but it's expensive, so I'm looking forward to that. Shrimp and grits. Yep. My shorts do better than my other videos. I think YouTube is pushing shorts now. I think you're right, Destiny. I think you're right. I love how much post. It truly puts a smile on my face, and I have learned so much for you. Okay, so you like that I post every day. Good, because I'm doing it. And some days I may not, you know, but if I can, then why not, you know? And that's the beauty about being home, is that I'm like, oh, let me just do a short real quick or something, you know? And I don't want YouTube and to take up my whole day, you know? Like, I want to have my time for it. But it's getting pretty, like, I don't know, I guess I'm getting addicted to it, not in a bad way, but just that, like, just having the connections. Like, I love, like, oh, let's do another live, you know, because I love these, and I love meeting different people, and I try and do different lives throughout the time or throughout the day, but honestly, the morning time works best for me. Nighttime, I'm just not a night person, and I would just be super tired if I tried to do this at night. But with the Chopped Challenge, I am going to be doing them on Saturday nights. So that'll be, I don't know if I'm going to do it weekly. I mean, it would be fun to do it weekly or every other week to start. We'll see. I'm kind of not being too particular about that. I have a plan for it, but I'm also leaving some space for some adjustments to it, because I don't know. I don't see very mystery box cooking challenges on YouTube. I've seen a couple, but not a live one where you know for sure that it was mystery and stuff like that. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to that. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I never watch shorts. They are simply boring. Okay, and it's a lot of fast content, like boom, boom, boom. boom, boom, boom on the clips. So it's kind of like, whoa, it could be a lot of information in a short amount of time, too. So I can see why some people wouldn't like watching shorts. I'm trying to figure out what to do for short videos. Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out too. I don't really do shorts too much. So that's why this morning I was just like, oh, I'll do the grinding the coffee in a blender, why not? So, and I think it's doing pretty good. I haven't seen it yet. I'll check it out later. But like my Christmas tree one, that one's not doing good at like bringing in new people, but it's getting a lot of good feedback from you guys who know me and like appreciate seeing family time that we do and stuff like that. So that was a lot of fun. And I know we talked about me not putting my kids on too much, but I felt like I did pretty good there. Like I didn't feel like I did anything like scandalous or anything that could be taken out of context. And, I didn't film us while we were decorating our tree, just did the before and after because, some things I just want to keep for us as a family, but I still want to share some of it with you guys. So I don't know, it's all the things in my head I'm trying to keep in mind, as I do it. I love everyday posts. I binge on the weekends. Awesome. Yeah, I do get a lot more traffic on the weekends, well, it makes sense. Let's see. As a viewer, I always watch the full videos. Yeah, YouTube is pushing shorts, but in my humble opinion, not going to work because it's not married into another. Yes, I agree with you. They are pushing them right now. I think just to compete with TikTok, but I think eventually TikTok's going to get banned. Like, hopefully anyway. I think TikTok's bad. I don't really watch it, but just from hearing about it, so maybe I should give it a chance, but I hear that it's really bad, so. Oh, you just logged in for 5 seconds, have to leave the work, but unless you inspire me, I appreciate you. Thank you, Jolie. You have a good day at work. I always makes the gravy because mine is lumpy. Would love a video how to make gravy. Okay, yep, I'm going to be doing that gravy video, so I'm probably going to cook that for breakfast for husband today. I'm not going to do any kind of meat or anything. I'm going to do like my fat for the roux, which is going to be peppered bacon grease, of course. And then I won't do any, oh, hold on. Okay, I'm back. The other boy's up. It's getting close. See, they get up pretty early. It's 6:30 right now here, so they get up pretty early. Let's see. Good morning. Blessings to all in the chat. I enjoyed your short on grinding the coffee beans, and they needed to be frozen. I plan on doing that real soon. Good. Yes, I feel like they grind better when they're frozen because the oil that's in the beans is more solidified, I guess, because if you do room temperature, then it can clog up your blender. It gets stuck and you got to get in there and get it out and everything. So to me, frozen beans works great. Any good carrot recipes? I have 10 pounds of carrots stored out in my shed. I got a food giveaway. Well, carrot recipes, I had someone tell me about one where you just do like carrot coins, or pretty much you can cut them however you want, and then put salsa verde or green chili sauce or something on them and then bake them in the oven, and those are supposed to be really good. So I'm interested in trying that. And then you can always just shred them and make like carrot bread or something. Carrot bread's good. Carrot cake. You can can carrots. I've done one in like orange juice and brown sugar and canned them, and they were kind of like a sweet carrot. Those are pretty good too. Love seeing the videos every day. That's what I figured. I'm like, I don't know. I'm going to do them every day if I can. Like, I might skip a day here or there, but I don't know. I like having that connection with you guys, and I love hearing from you. I want to do a live with you one day. We can talk poultry. Yes, poultry. I just got my daughter a poultry book for Christmas, and it has all the different chickens and the ducks and the turkeys, and you open it up and it has the hen and the rooster, and it talks about it. So we won't be able to read too much about them until she gets older, but it has all the pictures, and she's just obsessed with chickens and turkeys right now, which I'm okay with. So I think that's her book for Christmas, is that one. I like when you talk about food banks and not feeling guilty going there, since I'm not very poor, but inflation has made it harder to afford certain types of food. It's $5 for a head of lettuce. I know, Judy, that's crazy, especially iceberg lettuce. I'm like, that stuff's just water. It is insane. And so thank you. I'm glad that you listen about the food banks and stuff, and that, you know, and I am trying to get other people to go because I didn't realize what they were until I started going. And I was like, holy cow. And, you know, I was even hesitant to talk about that on my channel because there's such a negative stigma around it. But I was like, man, I can't keep cooking lamb roast. I got it from the food bank, but I'm trying to teach, you know, frugal cooking, but I got a leg of lamb. Like, how am I going to explain how I got that? And I'm like, I have to talk about getting stuff at the food bank. Like, husband and I had a big talk about it, and he didn't want me to talk about it so much, but I'm like, it's where I'm getting my food. I feel like I have to explain it. And it kind of turned into me encouraging other people to go if you're struggling. And it's like, I didn't set out to be like a food bank advocate, which kind of seems what I'm becoming. But it's great that that's what I can bring. Like, you never know what you can bring to somebody and what your passion or just you doing and talking about it can encourage other people. You know, that's why I feel like it's important to talk about this tough subjects. It's to talk through it and just get people aware of stuff, you know. Excuse me. I meal prep for breakfast on Sundays. Omo bake, egg casseroles, waffles, and breakfast sandwiches. That's good. I need to do like breakfast sandwiches are good, or burritos. We really like breakfast burritos here, and those are easy enough. I guess I'm worried about stuff being soggy, like the tortillas or the English muffins or like biscuits. I could pre-make a bunch of breakfast biscuits now because I have those biscuits. Just like with the eggs though, I feel like the eggs make everything soggy. So if you have any tips on breakfast freezer meals, that would be great. That's another videos that seem to do well is freezer meals. Like Becky, you guys watch Becky on Acre Homestead. She has one where she has, you know, 22 scratch made freezer meals, one from like a year ago, and it has over 1 million views. Like, now Becky's easy to watch and she's very relatable, so I like Becky, but 100 million views, like, or not 100, I'm sorry, 1 million views in a year because of freezer meals. I'm like, maybe I should do some freezer meals, especially now that I have that chest freezer. I have space, because before I didn't have the space to do freezer meals. Like, I had to cook meal every night, or I would can. That's where I get my food stored up, is canning it, because I didn't have the freezer space. So maybe now I can do some of that. You don't like TikTok? Yeah. My one friend's trying to, you can make a lot of money on TikTok. I'm just like, nah, I'm good. To me, this isn't about money. Like, yes, I want to be able to support my family. That would be awesome. But I started this more for like the connections and stuff like that than to make money. And I'm not going to sacrifice my soul by going on TikTok, you know? Now, if you do TikTok, that's fine. You just got to be cautious about it, you know? I thought UK prices were bad until I watched people shopping in the US and Canada. Prices are horrendous. They really are. They really are. Like, and they just keep getting worse. Ugh. New York food is very expensive. I'm sure it is. I'm sure. I like TikTok watching the cooking ones. I found a lot of good recipes. Yeah, so you can find some good on TikTok, you know. How is Yoda? She's good. She's sleeping on the couch right now. She's not in here with me, but she's always under my feet, you know. Maybe a quick fudge cookie or something simple for shorts for Christmas and New Year's. That's a good idea too. I do have some fudges I want to do. Peanut butter fudge is my favorite. Love peanut butter fudge. My mom always used peanut butter chips, and then I saw one use peanut butter. I'm like, whoa, you put real peanut butter in yours? Like, yeah. I'm like, well, my mom's always used the peanut butter chips, and that's always been really good too. All right, guys. I only said I was going to be on here for like an hour, so I got 7 minutes. 7 minutes for sure. I'm sorry. Can carrots be frozen? Yeah, they can be frozen. I don't know if you need to blanch carrots first to freeze them. I don't know. That's a good question. Does anybody know if you need to blanch carrots before you need to freeze them, or if you can just freeze them? I've been watching videos like making cookies in the microwave. Yeah, I don't know. Microwave cooking, you know. Sounds. My stepmom is obsessed with the microwave, and we kind of tease her about it for a little bit. And I got her like a microwave cooking book because she cooks everything in the microwave. She's like, how do you bake a cake in the microwave? I'm like, you don't. Oh gosh. Well, like, I can't answer that. Binge watching your older content now. I've enjoyed your videos. I would love a gravy video. Okay, well, good. I'll do a gravy video. Like I said, I'm going to do a country gravy and like a turkey gravy or something too. I spent last weekend freezing down prepared carrots, turnips, and Brussels sprouts. Yes, that's good. Get them freezer stocked up. I see Caroline freezes them. She can't cut, peel them, and put them in baggies. So simple as that. You don't got to blanch or anything. Hi, Tommy. I would love to watch you and the family more. You guys feel like family. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I try and get more with the family, you know. Like I said, I'm trying to be a little cautious about how much I put the kids on here, but I think a little bit will be fine, you know, we'll see. What's my favorite pizza toppings? Well, our pizza that we usually get, I like the white sauce, so like Alfredo sauce, and then we get bacon, sausage, and pineapple. Oh, it's so good. Just the combination of like the spicy, salty sausage and bacon with the sweet pineapple with the Alfredo garlicky sauce. Oh, it's really good. That's my favorite pizza. I don't like TikTok, but once you have people you follow, it's awesome. I learned so much on herbal medicine and follow people that are freaking hilarious. Yes. Yes, that's true. Like I can find some stuff as long as you're conscious of it, you know. And some of the stuff's just bad. Like there's a lot of child exploitation on TikTok, and that's one thing that I really want to be careful about with my kids is just, you know, making sure they're not my content. They're not the reason I'm making money. You know, they're just kind of accessories to it, you know. Let kids be kids kind of thing. I just got an electric pressure canner, but I'm nervous using it for the first time. Oh, Jessica, those are supposed to be super easy too. Don't be nervous. Just read your manual, follow the instructions, do something simple that's cheap, like beans, like do some canned beans for your first one. So that way, if it doesn't turn out, then you're like, well, I just lost a bag of beans, or even less than a bag of beans. Like those go a long way. Like 1/4 cup is 1 can of beans. Like you save a lot of money by using dried beans. So I would suggest that and just do a small batch, follow the instructions to a T, and then give it a go. I think you'll be surprised, and I think it'll turn out really good. The electric pressure canners will be good for small batches. Like I still have my chicken stock I need to can up, so that would be good because that'll get me like a couple of quarts or a couple of pints that you could put in an electric canner, you know. As far as I'm concerned, the iceberg lettuce can rot on the shelves in the market. I'm not paying $3 for a head of lettuce. Yeah, and especially when it's all water. Like, no, thank you. Like, eventually they're going to have to realize that people aren't going to be paying these prices, you know. Food banks fed us growing up. I donate to them and they helped us just meat. That's awesome. You know, I think a lot of people have experience with food banks in some way. Like, either they grew up needing it, or they've used it, or they used it in the past, or they volunteer at one, you know, and it isn't talked about. And I think people who have no association with food banks whatsoever and have no idea what they're about, those are the ones who come at you and judge you, and those are the ones who tell you you just need to get another job, you know. And that's just not true. Like there is a lot of hardworking people who are poor and they need help because this system, it sucks. And there's nothing wrong with getting help if you need it, you know. I do freeze meals, so convenient. Yeah. I just found out my fiance is cheating on me. He's emotionally abusive and realized it this month. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Get rid of him. Psh, you don't need that in your life. I'm sorry. How? That's awful. I've never been cheated on as far as I know. Like, I never caught any of them doing it, but that would be so painful, especially your fiance. I'm sorry, girl. Kick his butt to the curb for sure. I'm glad I could help you boost you a little bit. If there's anything else I can do, you just let me know, okay? Because that's awful. You know, sometimes you need a friend to talk to about that, you know. You do freezer meals? Okay, I might do some freezer meals then. Y'all, pray for me drinking mushroom coffee. Hey, I tried it that one time. It wasn't bad. I mean, it's not like my dark roast, but it's not bad, you know. Can you do gravy without flour or roux? I'm not too sure. Like that's the thickening agent, so that's what gets you that thick gravy. Like you could probably use a cornstarch slurry. That, or I don't know if you could do like a gluten-free flour for that. I've never tried that, so that's a good question. Are you a Star Wars fan since you have a cat named Yoda? I am. I was really into Star Wars when I got her. And that was my online dating profile, was Yoda88, because that's my cat name and that's my birth year. And that's actually how my husband and I met, is online dating. And so him seeing Yoda is actually got him to talk to me. She's like, oh, she's a nerd. And then in my profile, I had talked about playing the video game Halo, and he plays Halo. So that was a lot of fun. We got to really connect that way, and that's what started our friendship, I guess, is Star Wars and Xbox. Young love, right? My husband likes his English muffin on the darker side. See, and mine doesn't. He likes his on the lighter side. He gets crunchy. Homestead and Six Sisters for freezer meals. Yeah, I need to watch them more. They have a lot too. I love Becky. She's very relatable. I know she's about to have her baby. I want to know if it's a boy or girl. She hasn't told us. Dang you, Becky, for keeping your life private. Huh, how rude. Carrie says better to blanch your carrots first, and she freezes them raw, no problem. Okay, so you can, it looks like you do it both ways. So you can try blanching and then not blanching and maybe see which way you like better. That's always a good thing to do. Try first. You have a great day. You leaving, Jody? Okay. Yeah, I gotta get off here too. Oh, Aunt Mary. You have a lovely day, Caroline. Thanks for stopping by. Freezer Meals 101 is a good one too. Okay, I will try that. Yeah, you don't like tomato sauce in your pizza? Me either. Can you show how to make deer chili? Sure, I can do deer chili. I've done a bison chili before, and that was really good. Just your favorite toppings: mushrooms, hamburger, and pineapple. See, it's the pineapple. I love it on pizza. You either love pineapple on pizza or you hate it, you know. Have you ever tried ziti pizza? My kid's favorite too. Every me, I love cream spinach pizza. I haven't tried that. Is that like pasta on pizza, or is it the ingredients on a pizza? That would be good. I've seen like macaroni and cheese pizza where you put legit macaroni and cheese on a pizza crust and bake it and be like, oh gosh. I mean, that sounds heavy. Barbecue chicken, bacon, pineapple pizza is delicious. Oh, that's so good. See, John, pineapple on pizza should be illegal. You either love it or hate it, you know. Cornstarch will work. Okay, so Melissa says cornstarch would work great for gravies. Okay, good. Well, there we go. You are the sweetest. I love you all. Thank Bootsy. Dark roast in the morning and mushroom coffee blend in the afternoon. I eat keto and use Athenian gum to thicken. Okay. Do you do any like baking with the Athenian gum? Does that do that? Or like the monk sugar? That's supposed to be really keto friendly too, and I have a bag of it, but I haven't done anything with it yet, so maybe I can do like some keto desserts or something. That would be pretty good. My mom's diabetic, so that's good too. I could send some to her and stuff, you know. My husband is a Star Wars fan, but I have a shrine in my house. My daughter was named after Star Wars princess. Hey, nothing wrong with that. My son Gideon was named after a from Criminal Minds, Agent Gideon. I was watching that when I was pregnant with him, and I'm like, oh, I love that name, Gideon, you know, so that's where his name came from. Time flies hanging out with you. It really does. It's been an hour already. Remember to thumbs up. Thank you. Yep, you guys, everybody's got to go. I got to go. Well, thank you for talking with me, guys. It was nice to have in this chat. I'm glad I got to talk to a few of you that I don't get to talk to in my super early morning lives. And like I said, I am going to be trying to do some lives on Saturday nights when I'm doing like my cooking challenge and stuff. And even if I'm not doing the cooking challenge, maybe I'll still just do a live and have this, but have more of a nighttime one for my night owls here. But yeah, you guys have a good day. Thank you for stopping by and chatting with me. And